What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music. Is a musician myself. Today is a debut, I guess. I could have sworn I did something for this, but I guess not. This is Dusk. The song is called Sacrifice. Requested by Solace D on Patreon. This is from the channel Andrew Hulsholt, and I believe this is their song. This is the composer. So, don't anything. It's just a straight image. I could have sworn I've done something for Dusk, but I guess not. What am I thinking of? I don't know. Either way, Dusk, Sacrifice. Let's just get into it. Now. It scared me. Chunky. Sludgy. Chunky. Filth. Straight metal. It's all palm muted. Except for the last chord. Very industrial and sounds a little vampiric. It's got that kind of like movie vampire vibe. This is what you call like a impossible to not headbang challenge. It just kind of makes you move your head regardless. Bam. 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 Has like a little bit of a southern swing too. I want to say this is in a certain tuning, but who knows? I'll explain later. Oh, little change. Is that the kick drum? Yeah. Oh, where are we going? A groove? Bah. Okay. It's so funny how some games just give me such a specific scenery and nothing else. Now I have no idea what this game is. I just see that image right there. That's it. And the title Dusk is kind of a little vague. But, and so is the song name Sacrifice is kind of also vague. But when I hear stuff like this, it puts me in such a specific area. And that is like, think of the movie Blade, or I guess just any sort of like vampiric media where there's like quick flashes of just like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a montage of, you know, like teeth being exposed, blood dripping down, like very like, look, we're vampires type of thing. Like it's very, you know, setting the mood type of thing. Because I noticed with like the whole like, and again, I have no idea if this has anything to do with vampires. It's just what I get. But what I've noticed is like those like vampiric type media. There is a sort of like it has this sort of edgy nature to it, but also has this almost like kinky side to it. It sounds like it sounds kind of like this music is played during like, you know, certain times. That's what I'm getting at. But because of the groove, the kind of like raw nature of it, the just like it's very slow, it's very easy to grasp, very simple to understand. There's nothing really complex here whatsoever, and that's not a bad thing towards the composer. It's just, you know, they wrote for a specific scene. But in my head, I cannot see anything other than vampires, blood, monsters, some sort of like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Maybe like a smug or coy enemy, like, you know, like very Joker-like in a way. Because the song sounds kind of intimidating in that regard, like it's mocking you in a way. With that said, I also wrote down that it sounded like kind of reminded me of like old like WWF themes, you know, where it's kind of like very open-ended and simple. Like I could totally hear that, like someone like coming out, you know, and there's like sparks everywhere, people are cheering, and they just like walk to the ring. Because a lot of those songs are just to kind of like hype up the crowd, but there's not a whole lot going on. It sounded to me like that. I don't know why. So it's two very specific things in my head. It's funny because Halloween just ended, and this sort of fits that whole thing. So maybe I should have heard it a little sooner. Now, as far as the music, clearly it's all about groove and just kind of moving your head like this. You know, back in the day, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I remember there was a challenge going around YouTube where it was like try not to headbang challenge. There's still a couple of them around. I even tried doing one, but it didn't work. I should redo that one day. But there was it was just basically like people would listen to songs and just try not to headbang. You know, they would try to like, or try not to move their head or show any sort of physical response to the music. And this song is like one of those that would be like pretty hard because it's just the way it's composed just makes you want to. So the drums play a huge part of this, the synths as well. But the guitars were kind of everything in this one. They were like everywhere. And from now on, when people ask me like, what is a palm mute or what is palm muting, I'm just going to show them this video because this whole song was just palm mutes, which is anytime the guitar sounds rhythmic, like dun 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 dun, those are palm mutes. And then it's very clear to hear when they're not happening because when the chords open up, like dun dun, obviously they're not muted there. But every time you hear, like 80% of the guitars were just like dun dun, these big rhythmic chugs. I'm just gonna tell people like, oh, that's what palm muting is. Go listen to Sacrifice from Dusk. And the only other thing I can think of is they're really going for that heavy sound. So I'm pretty sure that was in. It's hard to say. I don't want to like, because if I say the wrong thing, it's gonna make me sound dumb. But it's just a guess. I think it's in drop C tuning, because it does sound lower. I just threw my pen. It does sound lower, like a step lower from standard E, but then the chords sound like they're being used with one finger. So it makes me think it's drop C, which is, for anyone that knows guitars, it'd be drop D, but a whole step down. Doesn't matter, technical stuff. It just sounds like, for other people that are not musical whatsoever, it just sounds like the guitar is tuned down like a couple of turns to where it sounds heavier and a little thicker in a way. So yeah, cool. Andrew Holschultz. Let me know more about Dusk. Where does this play? Does it have anything to do with vampires? Or does it have to do with maybe like selling ice cream or something? Who knows? But I don't think I'm alone in thinking that like that has like a very specific sound. So please let me know where that plays or what's going on here. What's this game about? And I do have a couple other requests for it just down the road. Anywho, thanks to Solace D. Thanks to everyone that you see here. I cannot be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. Video game music rules.